I looked at my options. I said, well, I'm either going to be an attorney, and I always love medicine, or I'll go into computers because I knew I was good at them. So I made the decision to go into computers. So I went to the University of Central Florida. I still remember this. I talked to the head of the computer engineering department, and I said, well, I want to change careers. And he said, well, what's your background? I said, well, opera. And he goes, well, do calculus for a semester and do C programming and see how you do. So I got an easy A in the C programming, and like by the skin of my teeth got through the calculus. So I'm ready to go in something that's not been done before and solve those problems, and so it's starting something, a company such as this that has potential to be really big. I want to try it. I want to see what happens. My name is Lynch, and I'm 52 years old. And the business that I'm starting is a recycling and manufacturing company called Green Waste Technologies. And basically, I'm in the process of proving a new technology for recycling food waste and turning that into commodity products. I was unemployed for about 9 months. I had nothing to do other than play an online game. I basically was doing research because I've always been interested in farming and organics and environmental things. So I've surfed the web and I was researching things related to composting, and I happened onto this, a bunch of studies done by some PhDs down in Georgia on this particular process. And that started it. So I've been working on it for about 1.5 years now. The way the business works is that food waste right now is segregated. Usually you get it from places like supermarkets, from food processors, large producers, because that makes the most sense. And right now what's happening to it in New Jersey is most of it's being trucked out of state to go to composting facilities. What this technology is using a specific species of fly larva to consume the food waste, and then you take the larva, when they're ready to pupate, you take them and you crush them, and you can create an oil which can be used for biofuel, and then you produce a protein meal which is a substitute for fish meal, and so it can be used for agricultural feed. I've worked out all the financials. I've done a 5-year projection, and it's based on basically how many tons a day that you can process, and based on the amount of larvae needed to consume the food waste, and then you would breed the larvae on site into flies, and then breed. So it's a whole circular thing. I've done all those projections and numbers, and it's profitable. It would make money, and it's superior actually to currently what is done with food waste with the composting. You can use biodigesters which produce methane. It's superior to all of those economically. Basically my goal is to prove that it can work within a year. I also did a class with the Union County Economic Development. They offered an entrepreneur class, and it was really helpful because they gave templates and just things that was good to hear and talk with them. And they looked at what I did and just said, well, yeah, who helped you? And I said, well, I did it. So it wasn't hard. I'm going to be putting $110,000 into it, and then $9,000 a month for the first, I'd say, 9 to 12 months. The thing is, this time I'm not spending a penny until I get through all the regulatory stuff. I like to plan, I like to project, I like to analyze, I always have, but there's a side of me that is creative. Like if I'm faced with a problem, I don't have to solve it the way everyone else does. I'll look and say, well, let's do it a different way. And I think as a society, that's what we're facing, is that we have a way that we've done things, and we're facing the fact that those ways aren't working, and we can't solve them again doing the same darn thing again. We have to think of something different. We have to come up with something different. So